What's up, guys? Alright, let me get this out of the way right now. If you hurt your ankle, please speak with your doctor before you listen to me, okay? I am not a doctor. I'm just someone with an exercise science degree who's had multiple injuries, and I certainly don't know it all, and just because you have this similar injury does not mean it should be treated the same as my recent injury that I had to my ankle, that I'm going to show you what I did to help rehab it. Guys, it's super important to get your ankle back as quickly as possible. Obviously just for practical reasons so you can get back to BJJ and training properly, but when you hurt your ankle or something like a knee, you actually run the risk of injuring yourself in other places, okay? Let me show you what I mean. Watch this here. So what happens when you hurt your ankle? Say if I hurt, this is my injured ankle, when I walk, all the weight goes on this leg, okay? You kind of do one of this. Everyone's seen people walk like that and things like that. If you ever played basketball, just people do this nightly. Screw up your ankle, right? So all the weight transfers to one side of your body, where before obviously your legs kind of equally hold up the weight of your body. Now it's all transferred to one leg. Problem with that is something that happened to me when I injured my knee. After I tore my ACL, I had surgery. And let me fix this camera. I want you guys to see my... this is one of my oldest t-shirts, by the way. This is like 20-something years old. Actually, yeah, or not quite. Like 17. Hey, all right, enough of that. So, I tore my ACL. And like an idiot, an ignorant, arrogant 23 years old, as I was, I wanted to get rid of the crutches as fast as possible. I mean, it's certainly not cool to have to have crutches at all, right? So what happened is, I mean, as soon as I was physically possible, it wasn't even physically possible. I was in terrible pain, but I got rid of the crutches, and I walked with all the weight on that one side and left the other. So what happened? I was in physical therapy then for my knee, and the opposite hip started killing me really badly. And so when I was there for physical therapy, I talked to the therapist. I'm like, hey, listen, I don't know what's going on, but my hip is really sore. You know, maybe we can address this too. And he's like, well, yeah, that's because you're an idiot for not using your crutches, and now you're developing an injury somewhere else. Because that hip is now taking all the weight of your body, as opposed to it being divided equally, or not bearing that much weight if I was using my crutches. So, guys, I learned my lesson. All right, that's why I try rehab things as quickly as possible and do it the right way. I learned that because that hip injury also took a lot of time to heal up afterwards. So. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you hear that from adults, and or even way older people. But man, learn from my stupid mistakes, kids. Don't do that, man. Just the thing is, whatever you have that's injured, rehab it as quickly as possible. So, all right. So let's break it down a little bit. The different grades of ankle injuries. There's a grade 1. That's kind of like where you get your ankle injured, but you can kind of walk it off, you know what I mean? Where it's like ow, shit. Maybe you have to sit out a roll, or just go home that night, not roll that night, the rest of the night. All right, that happens, right? Typically, your ankle's back to normal within a week. Then there's like a grade 2, and this one it does involve at least partial ligament tears, okay? And this is a lot more painful. This is when you're going to have nice and black and blueness to the ankle, lots of swelling. You probably should, not that everyone does, have the foot elevated for a few days. And rehab is going to take probably several weeks to a month, all right? Then there's a grade 3, and this is when you really blast your ligaments and you have complete tear. But this is definitely something, please don't even consider rehabbing at home, all right? Just work with a doctor. This is something where you cannot put even a toe of that foot on the ground without severe pain. So those are the 3 grades. Mine that I injured recently, my ankle, it was probably like a low grade 2 type thing, okay? So, but still, let me show you what I did to rehab it. Okay, guys, so what is my goal of ankle rehab? It's regain my range of motion, strength, stability. Anyways, what did I do first? I did dorsiflexion and plantar flexion exercises. So, what's dorsiflexion? First, I'm gonna raise my foot off of the surface there, which is my couch. Dorsiflexion is when I bring my foot back like so. Plantar flexion, straight out. Okay. So dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. So what I did, I think I started off with like 15 each. So brought it back, held for a couple seconds, and then straightened for a couple seconds. Nice, slow, and control. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 with the hold. Okay, so dorsiflexion and plantar flexion. The other exercise I did was the towel stretch. So simply put a towel around your foot and just going to be pulling back nice and gently until you feel a nice stretch here. And then after about a week's time, I started adding in a little more advanced things, and one of the things I added in was riding my bicycle. When you ride a bike, what happens? When your foot's on the pedal, you have the nice plantar flexion and dorsiflexion as your foot comes back up, all right? And it's also really pretty easy on the ankle for the most part because most of your weight when you ride a bike is on your ass. So it's on the bike seat and it's off your ankle, but it really helped to work the ankle when you do that motion there. I'm gonna break dancing in the 80s. Anyways, sorry. So other exercises I added into after, again, about a week's time of the injury. Let me dip this down a little, and hopefully you can see me here. Okay, guys, real simple. Just stood on one foot and balanced. Held this for as long as I can. Okay, this creates small movements, but it helps strengthen the ankle. And then, if you're get a little more advanced, one thing I did is, you'll notice when I do it, I know you can't see my face, but I close my eyes. And my eyes are closed now, I'm a lot more wobbly. So it's causing my ankle to react, helping to strengthen the ankle. Okay? Next thing I did, took a tennis ball. And again, let me show you. Oops. Little lower. Not that you don't, I can just tell you, you can probably grasp what it is. So I stood on one foot, took the tennis ball, and bounced it off the wall. And this forces me to move in lots of different directions. Oops. And maintain balance, help again, strengthen the stability in my ankle. Last thing I did, and don't laugh at me at this, guys, I'm not good at it, is the single leg squat. So raise one foot. Guys, really simple exercises. You can do at home, okay? But get your doctor's okay before you try any of this, all right? Let's see if I have anything else in my notes here. No, that's it, guys. If you get, let's see, if you continue to get stronger, you want to work on it, do things like calf raises, weighted calf raises it is. Also barbell squats. Those exercises really do help improve strength of your ankle, so do them. All right, guys, and the best way, actually, avoid all this shit, man. I probably didn't tap in time. You probably figured that out by now because you do BJJ. It's like, I'm an idiot. You know, you let the person hold that straight ankle lock too long. Yeah, I did. So, paid the price. Wasn't the end of the world. Again, it was only really, you know, I was probably 3 weeks. Totally rehabbed. I did BJJ all along, just threw a brace on it. And I was good to go. So anyways, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or anything, please leave them below. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Ooosss.